Hi friends, how are you? Liz Montigny here, leading you to an easier, healthier life. I wanted to pop on because I've been doing a lot of revamping of my workflow and especially just taking a closer look at it with summer coming. You know, the kids will be out of school next week. And so I just want to make sure I'm laser focused and, prepared for just that change in schedule. And I have a feeling some of you out there who may be thinking, how do I make this work at home thing work? Or maybe you're already into it and you're getting a little stuck and you need to refocus. Then this one's for you. And I'll just give you a few tips on how I get organized at home. And next week I'll probably pop on with some more specific things about how my day goes. But I just thought I'd share these really simple, cheap or free things you can do. Okay. So first off is you want to have your own space. Sometimes that's hard. And that could even be a desk or a table. If it has to be in a common area, that's fine. Mine basically it's between our dining room and our living room, but it is a space where I have my desk and excuse me, my Chromebook and my vision boards back here, which need to get hung up and straightened out. But anyway, it's just a place where I feel like I'm in my little zone, right? The second thing you need to do, and this seems really basic, but I think sometimes we forget it because it's so basic. If you do have a family, you need to sit down and talk with them if they are of that age and let them know what you're trying to do and what you want to accomplish when you are working from home. So I recently did this. Our boys are school age, so it made sense. Obviously, if you have babes in arms, this isn't going to work, but you can sit down, with your husband and chat it over. So my husband and our three boys, we sat down at the dining room table and I said, hey, listen, I have some big goals for my business and, I really want to work through, and I'm working with a private coach right now and she's really helping me. And I showed them a list of things that I wanted to accomplish and how exciting those things would be for not only me, but for them, right? How our entire family would benefit and also be able to help others benefit. And that made a really big difference because it started them to understand a little bit more, when mommy has to go on the computer, or with my husband, sometimes you got to build things up before you reap the rewards, right? So one of the things we did, and this is really simple, and it was great for my 7-year-old because he has been dying for a whiteboard. They use them in school and he really loves them. So I picked one up at Staples. I think next time I might up level and go to Hobby Lobby and get like one of the fancy schmancy ones there. But anyway, I got this one and super simple. On one side, I just took part of it, not even a third of it. And I said, let me just take a corner, and I wrote out, why mommy is working, just a few little tidbits so they get it. And then I wrote in the days and times that I'm working. The days and times are more intentional. When I'm really trying to focus. I mean, it doesn't mean I won't answer like a message or something during an off time, but I really try to set aside intentional time, if that makes sense. Okay. Typically the weekends, I try not to schedule intentional time only because I want to be with my family. Unless I have an event or something that's different. But sometimes, that's a time when my husband will take the boys and I might go off to a cafe or off to meet somebody or, maybe get a little writing in. That does happen. But to me, I actually enjoy that time, and that's okay because those are things I actually like about my work. So it's okay. And then the next thing, once you have your space, you've communicated to the people in your life what's going on. with the help of a friend that I work with, one of the great things about my job is I get to meet some really fabulous people and other folks that are just motivated like me for change in their life and in the lives of others. And she helped me put together a little spreadsheet. I put it together in Google Sheets, and I just print a fresh one out every week. But basically it has on here the days of the week at the top. And then on the side, it has the activity. And then I just have little check boxes. It's pretty simple. So I have that out daily, and then I can just go through day by day and just check off what I did. It's really helpful because at the end of the week, if I feel like I didn't get in something I expected or whatever, I can look at the sheet and be like, well, why did that happen? And I can be like, well, you know, I totally missed this or whatever. So it's really helpful. So those are my daily tasks. Then I also just took it another level up because I like to batch work. I find that's really helpful. If you don't know what batch working is, I have a blog post on it on my website, and also you can listen to Jenna Kutcher's Gold Digger podcast. She has a whole thing on batch working, and it's really, really super helpful. So I have themes on different days, like Monday, that's like training and personal development, both for myself or if a team member wants to meet. Tuesdays, I try to focus on some content writing, my e-newsletter, which goes out weekly. If that's something you need in your inbox, you just let me know. Wednesday, a little more content, just because that kind of takes up some time, and sometimes you get on a roll with something and you want to keep going. And then I also set aside times for checking into different groups and following up. So those are kinds of the themes. So it's really helpful to just keep yourself organized with like a little daily checklist. And then you know what the next thing is that you need to do or what's expected of you that day. It's a little easier when you wake up in the morning going in. So those are kind of my three things. You know, just get your own space, make sure you communicate with people in your life what you're trying to do and when you're trying to do it, and then get yourself a good checklist. I also have an awesome planner called the Content Planner, and in the beginning of it, it gives you some really great tips on like monthly themes, as well as some fun dates. Like today, I think is National Donut Day. So, you know, you could talk about that, right? Super fun. So yeah, I love that too. So I'm going to pop on next week with some, I'll get more specific about how my day goes. And, you know, tell you kind of the time frame that I need to get these things done in. And it's not your whole day, guys, which is the brilliant thing of what I do and working from home and the flexibility. So if you want to know more about that, I have a weekly call. You can jump on Tuesday nights at 9 Eastern. And if that doesn't work for you, I can also offer you a replay option. So please get in touch with me about that. It's super simple. It's only like 20 minutes. So you can definitely fit it in, right? All right. Well, you guys have an awesome weekend. Looking forward to getting done with school next week. And hopefully, you know, we'll get some nice outdoor time this weekend. So let me know what you're up to. And thanks again for tuning in. Bye.